Hey, Jeremy Tour. Look, today we are doing a special on comparing camera systems for a board meeting. As you can tell, I'm at a board table here, and if we had multiple people in here, we're going to compare camera systems. We're going to have a webcam, which is something that would just be at the end of the table, versus a 3-camera angle, which we have here. And so we can get into that. And then we have something called the Owl. And the Owl is a newer camera. It's been on the market for a few years, but it is pretty cool, and it does some good stuff with shifting from speaker to speaker. So it's a different way to include the table and keep them kind of more in front of the camera and make it more inclusive, because what we're doing now is let's go just to the first camera, which is the cheapest way to go. If you're a new business and you're looking for the cheapest way to go, it would just be a regular old webcam. So Christy is my helper today.
Hi. And
she is down at the other end of the table. And if I was having this meeting and I was speaking to the people on Zoom, which is down here, and in a lot of cases, people are always looking down, instead of looking at the end of at the very upper, mantle of the TV on the wall, which is not very normal, especially if everyone is here. So if I'm talking to Christy and I sorry about that. So the mics and voice is another show. So we're going to do that another show. I dropped my mic pack and the battery popped out. But let's say I was talking to Christy, who is sitting at the end of the table, and I asked her how her department's running.
How are my what?
How is your department running? This is a board meeting.
Yeah, we're good.
The department is doing well. Just pull that a little bit closer, just a little bit closer, and like a little bit up. Yeah, you can do it up. Yeah, there you go. So have you met your KPIs this month?
No.
No, you're way off. You're way off. Okay. So if you were watching, if this is for a hybrid meeting, and if you were a participant looking to hear Christy's input, it's not very good, right? She's so far, there's not really a way to see her, which means you'd have to really depend on hearing her. And she's, have to really talk straight into her microphone. Otherwise, you would miss a lot. And if I'm going to have a conversation with Christy about why the KPIs have been missed, and maybe there's somebody else at this table that's impacted the reason why her deliverables are behind, perhaps the reason she's going to give me, you can't, it's very impersonal, right? You're looking at the back of my head the whole time. So this option, I hope that you want to, people figure they call me right in the middle of the show. So what my point is, there's no engagement in this. It's pretty exclusive of everyone on the Zoom. So let's go to option number 2, which would be like the 3-camera shoot, which is the most expensive option. Each of these cameras that I have here costs over $1,000. And then the switching equipment is another $700 or $800. So this one is pretty clear. It's really clear. I'm looking at you, and I can maybe have it near this computer. And then if Christy goes to talk, I can actually press channel 2. And if there was somebody like an admin in the room, they could actually zoom in on Christy. There we go. And when she goes to talk about her KPIs, have you met your quarterly deliverables, Christy?
No.
Well, how about this time we do?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
Everything's running smooth, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know, I can't hear you still.
Everything is good.
All right. So this is a little more responsive here. I've got a switcher here. I can go between camera 1. I can go, there's a camera 2, if I had somebody over there, but it takes staff to run this stuff. So if I'm talking to Christy here, you're not looking at the back of my head necessarily. You can see my face, you can see what I'm doing, but it's still miles away. Unless there's somebody standing over there zooming into me like I did here, zooming into Christy because it just happens to be near me, then that's kind of doable. Otherwise, it's not really, it's still not good, right? You need staff. You need people here operating these cameras, switching between the people, and an independent microphone system. So option 2 is a 3-camera shoot with a switcher and all this stuff. So very expensive, probably going to cost you around $3,000 to $4,000, and you need physical labor people operating these cameras. So for a board meeting, probably not ideal way to go. Now, I'm going to introduce you to something called the OWL. And what I'm going to do is just kind of take camera 2 here because it's the closest one to me. I'm going to swing it around here. I'm going to swing it a little bit down, and that's it. It's right there. You can see it in between Christy and me. So here's the OWL. You can see it right here. And let me go to camera 1. You can see where I am. You can see where that OWL is, how far away that OWL is. It's at the end of this table. This is I think a 7-foot table. And so in camera 3, you can see that the OWL is between Christy and me. So if there's 8 people at this table, this OWL would be in the middle. And so you can see where it is in conjunction, kind of between Christy and I. So camera 1 shows it there. Camera 2 shows a real close-up of what it looks like. And camera 3 shows it's in between us. So now I'm going to switch to the OWL. And it's going to take a second, just a second to turn on. But now it's on. So now if I'm talking to Christy and I say, hey, Christy.
Hi.
Move your mic like this and talk into it like this since you're looking at me so I can hear, because I need to know this for tonight's meeting.
Hello.
There you go. All right. And you can see me clearly now.
Yeah.
And the people I'm talking about, because I'm talking about what it looks like here. So just so you can tell, Christy, see how it looks now?
Yeah.
So this it's split screen. It picks up multiple people. And if I asked you, what are some of the roadblocks from you hitting your deliverables next quarter? And you would say inventory or something, whatever.
Yeah. Inventory.
Inventory. Okay. So now I'm going to get up and run over to this side of the table, or I'm going to sit over here across from Christy, and I'm going to pretend like I'm the material guy. So I just kind of moved over here. Now you see there was a 3rd camera there that shot in there. So I would say, hey, Christy, what are you talking about material? I ordered that material 3 months ago. That's when you told me that you needed the material. It should already be in. Did you not get it? And you would say, no, I didn't get it. Or
no, I didn't get it yet.
Okay, you see how this is just opening up like this? So
that's pretty cool.
This OWL is really good, and it can track you around. And if somebody was sitting, if there was like 8 people at this table, it may have 3 slices. Like right now, it's got the 2 because we're talking. But even though I'm talking to Christy, you can still see my profile. You're still very involved with what we're saying and how we're talking and everything. So if you're participating on a Zoom call, this is actually a wonderful option. It is not the cheapest thing to buy. Okay. Let me look at some. My sister. Hi.
Do you still need the microphone?
Hi, Paulette.
With the OWL?
No, you don't need these microphones. So let me. I can go to the micro. Let's do that. Let's try that. Hold on. Let me go to audio, and let's go to OWL. Audio input. This is a real big test. Oh my Lord. Okay. Now the OWL is picking us up now. So how do you sound, Christy? If you talk, turn that microphone off now and see. I'm turning my mic off. Okay. I don't hear anything. I think it's because I have this on. Yeah, I still see that it's picking us up in the thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it sounds, but the lights are still bouncing there, so hopefully it's going well. I don't even know how we can tell. We can tell because it's not hooked up through the system, the OWL thing. So, but I still see the lights bouncing, so I hope we sound okay.
Yeah. But it's detecting me when I talk.
That has speakers in it.
Yeah.
And it's got microphones in it. And there is another microphone here that I could have hooked up here. There's a little teeny microphone that I purchased that it just plugs in. There's a little plug where I could have thrown this down at the other end of the table towards you and it would catch you better, maybe, but I don't think it has like a daisy chain where I put one here and one there. Anyway, my sister, I love you, Paulette, that's our sign language for I love you. And that's it for today. So you got 3 choices for boardrooms meetings. We've got the Plain-ole Webcam. You've got a very sophisticated and expensive 3-camera shoot with the switcher, or we've got the Owl. It's by OwlLabs. I make no money. I'm not putting up any links or anything. I think it's about $1,200 for this thing. But I rent this or lease this space out to board companies to have their board meetings here. So I figured I would invest in it. And so I wanted to kind of just show you what I use today since it's Tech Tuesday. And thanks for Christy for helping me, even though her department's failing miserably, it sounds like, for helping me out, which is usually not on these Tech Tuesday shows, but I wanted to have that double screen. Now, if Christy leaves the meeting and there's no one else here, and I was just doing a thing, it actually would follow me around. So if her face wasn't there and I moved over here, it would actually follow me like it's doing, like kind of tracking now. So it's a really cool thing. You could actually do the panoramic view is at the top. That you see that strip, that's optional. You can just take that off if it's distracting. You put on follow mode, and if I was against the wall over there and I was pacing or moving, this thing would follow me more smoothly than just kind of bouncing and cutting from speaker to speaker. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this this live stream. I hope you can hear me. It looks like you can, because I'm not going back to the other microphone systems. We're just going to go ahead and end the show with the Owl microphones and video system. So see ya.
Bye.